Okay, good afternoon. I'd like to call to order a regular meeting of the Board of Public Works for May 22nd, 2019. Roll call.
Val Gomez.
Present.
William Allen.
Present.
Weena Guzman.
Present.
Okay, we have no minutes to approve, no correspondence. We'll move on to new business. First item on our agenda is advertising agency agreement. Advertising agency agreement is made and effective this 22nd of May 2019 between Marketing Partnership International Incorporated of 20 North Market Drive, Suite 1622, Chicago, Illinois, and the City of East Chicago, the advertiser located at 4525 Indianapolis Boulevard.
Yes, this is the same agreement we had last year with MPI. They are basically, they buy digital bulk media for us, whether it be newspaper, radio, or digital.
This is the second year we've had them, or?
Yes. We basically create ads for them, and then they buy them in bulk, and then they put them online for us, and social media and a bunch of stuff.
And the cost estimates, City of Chicago's agreed to a minimum spending of $25,000,
Yes, it's the same amount from last year.
same amount from last year. And you're satisfied with the work?
Yes, absolutely. We got a lot of, when we had our events, we asked the visitors, well, where are you from? Said, from Illinois. Where did you see it? We saw it online. So that's what we were targeting. We were targeting like 60-40 people, 60% Illinois, 40% Indiana, and it seemed to have worked.
Okay. Are there any questions or comments on the proposal?
No.
There be no further questions or comments, entertain a motion approving the proposal from advertising agency, between the advertising agency agreement between Marketing Partnership International and the City of East Chicago in the amount of $25,000.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Val Gomez.
Yes.
William Allen.
Yes.
Weena Guzman.
Yes.
Okay, next on our agenda, we have items for surplus from the fire department. We have a letter from the chief, which he informs us he would like to declare the attached list of items from our inventory room as surplus. These items are broken and obsolete. We're trying to clean out our inventory room for spring cleaning. Respectfully, Anthony P. Cerna, Fire Chief. For the record, can you give your name?
Deputy Chief Mark Escobedo,
Okay.
Deputy Fire Chief.
So, I believe you have quite an extensive list of items.
Yeah, this is just a bunch of old dated items, tools, appliances that we had in a storage room from years past.
And these items have no use even to like other departments if they wanted them, or?
No, we do still have a bunch of items that are usable and operate, but these items in particular do not work.
Okay. Yeah, are there any questions or comments on the request?
No.
There be no further questions or comments, or intend a motion that we approve the fire department's request concerning their surplus inventory to be declared broken and obsolete.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Val Gomez.
Yes.
William Allen.
Yes.
Weena Guzman.
Yes.
Okay, next one is also from the fire department. We have a proposal from HAVMAC Construction Incorporated. I believe this is for painting and drywalling.
Wallpaper removal, painting, resurfacing the walls throughout the front office at Central Fire Station.
Okay, and the
Hauling away all the debris as well. We got 2 quotes.
Okay, and the company you're picking is INA?
We're picking HAVMAC. They were the cheap.
HAVMAC? Oh, I see. Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
INA was the other second quote.
Okay, yep. Okay, for the record, INA is the second quote.
Correct.
And so, proposal is for $5,675.
Correct.
As far as the date on the estimate, it's last year's.
Is that date still good? They're still holding to the
yeah.
price?
Yeah, same price. They did send us an updated, well, yeah, this is an old one. Correct. We do have an updated quote.
You do have an updated one?
I think we just
Yes.
submitted. Is it the same?
Same price,
Same
yes.
price.
Oh, the only difference is the date.
The date.
Okay. If you get that to Olga, the updated
Will do,
one.
for sure.
Any other questions or comments?
No, none.
Okay, there being no other questions or comments, I entertain a motion to approve the fire department's proposal with Mac Construction for their renovating, painting, and drywalling at their central fire station.
So move.
Second.
Roll call?
Val Gomez,
Yes.
William Allen.
Yes.
Rena Guzman.
Yes.
Okay, next we have
Thank you.
from Garrett Construction, change order number 6 from Public Works.
Yes, good afternoon. Keith Selvey, Director of Public Works. Yes, what you have before you is a change order that was actually, we're trying to get paid for Geary Up. It was to do the soil analysis for the dugouts over at Black Stadium,
Okay, and there's an amount
$1,093.
And our people have looked at this change order and they approve of it.
That's correct.
Any questions or comments?
No.
No.
There being no further questions or comments, I entertain a motion to approve Gary Up Construction change order number 6 with Public Works in the amount of $1,093.
So move.
And second.
Roll call?
Val Gomez.
Yes.
William Allen.
Yes.
Rena Guzman.
Yes.
And next we have a proposal from Johnson Controls from Public Works.
Yes, what you have before you is to replace 24 actuators, which actually control the dampers over at the Public Safety Building. As you guys probably remember, this is the last phase of the dampers. There were initially 86 of them that were in op. These are the last 24 that we did not have access to that we now do, and this is to replace their motors. Total cost is $21,257.
Okay, yeah, this has been an ongoing project.
Quite a huge project, as a matter of fact.
Any questions or comments on this proposal?
No.
There being no further questions or comments, I entertain a motion to approve Johnson Control proposal in the, for a public safety building amount of $21,257.
So move.
Second.
Roll call?
Val Gomez.
Yes?
William Allen.
Yes.
Rena Guzman.
Yes.
And now we come to outstanding invoices. We have Star Security.
That is not the revised agenda.
Oh, that's not a revised one.
Right.
Okay.
I received a call to remove that from the agenda.
Amen.
Oh, okay, so, Keith, you're not on for late invoices, okay.
This is twice this year.
Yes.
You guys got to note that report.
Yeah, I missed that one. Okay, so we just have the outstanding invoice from Patricia Mendez from the Police Department.
The George Cossack Police Department. It's a late submission of some receipts that were, a reimbursement for some receipts that were submitted to the service division. They were for some events held, it says 2019, but it was December 2018. And they were all functions that were approved by Chief Smith.
Okay, and it's for $184. They add up to $184.47.
Yes,
And you can verify that these were legitimate expenses.
yes, and we still have them at the police department
Okay.
in storage.
Any questions or comments?
No.
There being no further questions or comments, or the motion to approve the late invoices for the police department amount of $184.47.
So move.
Second.
Roll call?
Val Gomez.
Yes?
William Allen.
Yes.
Rena Guzman.
Yes.
Have a good evening.
Next, we have a compliance report for 149th Street. Planning Department.
Okay. Esperanza Ceja Ramirez, Compliance Manager. This is to go over 149th Street reconstruction project. The project has now ended. We're just finalizing all the details. This is close to a final. Actually, we're just waiting for a few more things, and once we receive it, then we're going to finalize this report. General contractor is Hassey Construction. The original contract amount is for $4,874,540. We did have about 7 change orders which were submitted, which accumulate to a negative $1,938.72, which gives us now an adjusted contract amount of $4,872,601.28. Overall, the total damages, which include the residential and minority, is $179,313.28. Like I said, this is close to a final report now. We are trying to do that for this month, try to close out all the different reports that are pending for the jobs that are ended, but like everything, we're waiting on several contractors to send us their payroll.
Okay.
Anyone have any questions for me?
Any questions or comments?
No.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
As usual, this is for information. No motion is required. Okay, next, we come to the Photoshop proposal. I believe it's from the Park Department.
I can kind of elaborate on this.
Okay.
Yeah, this is a proposal for the frames for the City Hall that we're going to be placing along the walls and the hallways. And I'm trying to get to the,
So this is basically to replace, when we remodeled City Hall.
Yes.
We took down all the old frames and
thank you.
took down all the old frames and all the old pictures and
Yes, they're
No.
different sizes, and they're going to mount, deliver and pretty much mount the frames as well. So we got quite a bit of frames going throughout. Not too many, but they're going to be different sizes, pretty large size frames, and again, they're going to be at City Hall displayed on the first floor.
okay. I think it even includes the ones with the pictures of the mayors that were in this chamber.
Yes, that's that is the second, actually.
Okay, so I was aware of the project also. 'Cause a lot of those frames that from before were dated when we remodeled the building. We repainted the building, we redid the floors. It
Yeah,
was
there's
a
gonna be-
complete makeover.
Yeah, there is, we have 16 by 20s and 20 by 24s going up, so it's going to be really nice. And one of the proposals is for $8,116. And the second one is $1,044.
Okay, are there any questions or comments on the proposals? Well, these also include the prints also.
Yes,
It's not just the frames, it's the
Mhm.
prints also.
yes.
Okay. There be no further questions or comments, I entertain a motion to approve the proposal from Photoshop in the amount of
There's two of them.
$8,116 and the additional amount of $1,044.
So move.
Second,
Roll call?
Bel Gomez.
Yes?
William Allen.
Yes.
Weena Guzman.
yes.
Okay, next we have, from special events, we have Party in Peace. This is a personal service agreement for assistance in booking and obtaining entertainment for Rhythm and Soul event, Saturday, June 14th, 2019 at Washington Park. Do you have anyone to speak on that?
No, but I can elaborate on that. The amount of the services is $7,150, and again, this is, the agreement is with Party in Peace.
I think I reviewed that contract.
Okay, thank you. As reviewed by the Law Department, and just requesting that this board approve the same.
Okay, so this is for the event at June 15 at Washington Park.
Yes.
In the amount of $7,150. there any questions or comments on this personal service agreement?
None.
Okay, there being no further questions or comments, entertain a motion to approve personal service agreement with Party and Peace LLC in amount of $7,150.
Second.
Roll call?
Bell Gomez,
Yes?
William Allen,
Yes.
Rena Guzman.
Yes.
Next on our agenda, we have the Wild Goose, the proposal from Wild Goose Chase. Does anybody speak on this proposal?
You may have forgotten.
I spoke with Natalie, or at least communicated with her electronically. I'm not sure what the urgency is. I know she's getting fed up with gooses and droppings, but there were some features of this agreement that the law department wasn't comfortable with. It did have a late charge in there. I think it's still in there. Maybe if
Do you want us to exclude those
I hate-
sections, or do we table it, or?
Yeah, I don't know if that's acceptable to the service provider. I hate to suggest you table it, but I am asking that you table it.
Okay. We'll table this for next meeting.
Fine.
Okay, next we have there's a proposal to purchase 2 passenger people movers. I believe that, well, here's Natalie. Natalie?
If you don't mind, please hear from Ms. Adams on the goose matter.
Yes, because Mr. Allegretti, Mr. Allegretti was explaining that there were some items in the proposal from Wild Goose Chase that we may need to discuss with them to strike out.
Well, yes, so I did, the one thing that was struck out was the 1% and all of that. That was already taken out, and I think I sent you the one that was updated with that. First of all, I just want to clarify, it's called Wild Goose Chase, but for this agreement, this is what has been done at the beach for, I think this would be the 4th year, and it's not for geese, it's for gulls. It's for the seagulls. The geese is the problem at the marina, and I already have a separate agreement for that. That's not what this is. This is for the beach, this is for the seagulls, this is where they bring that dog, and they chase the seagulls off, and this is, they brought data to show us that since we've been doing it, how our bacteria levels have decreased dramatically over the past 4 years based on this activity during our beach season. So the funding for that was all done through a grant with IDEM. IDEM had brought us together at the beginning of April, told us that that grant was no longer available, and if we wanted to do it, we'd be on our own completely. And then just recently, they sent us an email saying, hey, they did state that they would be able to give us $30,000 for that gull program to remove the gulls or to chase away the gulls. We would have to pay the difference, which is the $68,000. I do recognize, Attorney Allegretti, that the information in there is not necessarily the standard of what we have. What we're trying to do is try to keep our bacteria levels low. It's the same program they've had every year. They've been very successful in it. The language may not be what we would have preferred, but it's so last minute. We thought we could just move forward with it like it is. And hopefully next year, if we have to go down this, then it would be an agreement that we would draft with them, on a totally different level. Or maybe we can find another way to reduce the gull activity. I'm not really sure. They want to meet with us again this year for some other best practices for the marina to do to attempt to reduce gull activity. but I don't know what that is yet.
Mr. President, the law department would withdraw any objection to the action to this document. That's fine. It's important that since Ms. Adams has some experience with this vendor and is happy with it, the law department is also happy.
They're pretty driven about this. I mean, it's kind of like what they do, and reduction of bacteria for beaches and stuff is high on items list, even though the funding was not what they wanted it to be this year. We all know what grant funding is like. Things change. And so I would like to just keep it in place as it has been over the past 4 years.
Okay, I think it's a good idea, especially with everything we've done at the marina.
Exactly. I don't want to go backwards.
Yeah, I don't know if people have been there, but it's looking I think it's one of the best beaches in the area, and before we had this, we had a severe problem. It was a severe health hazard. I mean, I think the beach was closed just about every day because of these droppings. So,
Correct.
And since then, it's been open a lot.
Correct. Another thing that we're trying to deal with is that DNR, they stock the lake at the marina twice a year, and so when they stock the lake, that brings the gulls in. So they just recently stocked the lake, so we have a major influx of gull activity that we need to address.
Okay. Any other further questions or comments?
No.
There being no further questions or comments, or entertain a motion to approve the proposal from Wild Goose Chase, and is the proposal with the marina or the park department?
It looks like it might fall under the marina, because when I spoke with the health department, is who it would have been, I thought that the health department kind of managed that process over the past 3 years, and they said, no, basically, IDEM completely did it. All they did was kind of give them an FYI about it. So it looks like this PO might be processed under the marina.
And the funding has been approved already.
The funding has been approved.
Any further questions or comments?
None.
There being no further questions or comments, I entertain a motion to approve the proposal from Wild Goose Chase for their proposal involving ridding our beach area of gulls and geese, whatever.
Second.
Roll call?
Bill Gomez.
Yes?
William
Yes.
Allen.
Yes?
Rena Guzman.
Yes.
Okay, next on our agenda, passenger people mover, are we going with this, or
No, we're going to table that for now.
okay?
Okay.
So we could put on our agenda for next meeting, or if it requires a special meeting, you will let us know.
Correct.
Okay, next we come to Resolution 2009.
Can I just ask a question? I see I had another one on here for Party and Peace. Did that already go through, or did
Yes,
you have any questions?
We just spoke on
You
it.
took it there. Okay, all right. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Okay, next we come to Resolution 2019-15. Resolution of Chicago Board of Public Works accepting and approving a proposal from Royalty Construction for architectural design and project management services for work at 3724 Main Street. And this calls for a lump sum of $82,000 for proposed architectural design, project management services for the building at 3724 Main Street.
The agenda says Milton, but I'm here. This is Tracy Gillis. He's a general contractor. He's going to serve as a project manager to rehabilitate this building, which is in significant disrepair. He's going to prepare architectural engineer drawings, from which we will get competitive bids in the form of 7-day letters for all the building trades required to bring them to make repairs to the building and have it make it not only presentable but a real good-looking building in the neighborhood. We expect to have those sealed bids in front of this board either within the next month, and construction underway no later than the end of June.
Okay. Any questions or comments on Resolution 2019-15? There being no,
I just have, Joe, I'm sorry, I know it says 3724, but I think it's 372224, so they may want to check the address on that. I don't know if they're going to be,
It's the Galleria, I know.
yeah, I think it is.
and
Just,
I might have transposed the number, wouldn't be the first time, won't be the last.
okay,
But it's the Galleria,
okay.
so-called.
3722 through 24.
22 to 24?
Mhm.
Okay. No further questions or comments? There being no further questions or comments, I entertain a motion to approve Resolution 2019-15, of which the Chicago Board of Public Works accepting and approving a proposal from Royalty Construction for architectural design and project management services for work at 3722 through 3724 Main Street. Amount of not to exceed $82,000.
So moved.
Second,
Roll call?
Val Gomez,
Yes?
William Allen,
Yes.
Rena Guzman.
yes.
Okay, next we have a revised contract between the City of East Chicago and J&M Industrial Services. Wasn't Michelle here?
Yeah, she was.
Is anybody here to speak on it from the building department?
So, okay.
Michelle, say?
I'll just gonna check.
Richard Morris, Assistant City Attorney. James Portal is on vacation this week. I had thought Damian,
Oh, Michelle here.
very good.
Hello. So this is a revised contract between the City of Chicago and J&M Industrial Services
Okay,
for demolition.
for what?
This is for demolition services for JM Industrial. There's a contract.
It's a revised
For us.
contract for J&M Industrial Service Incorporated for properties that were bid out under the 2019 Board of Safety demolition of unsafe
Buildings,
structures.
yes.
And the building department is asking us that we approve this revised contract.
Yes.
And under this revised contract, I believe there are a total of I believe it's 30 properties.
I'm sorry, I didn't get any paperwork on this, so I'm not aware of how many properties it is.
Oh, okay. I believe it's 30 properties, and I believe the total amount for these 30 demolition of properties, according to paperwork that James provided, is $347,500.
25 properties.
25?
Mhm.
Okay, I stand corrected, it's 25. Are there any questions or comments on these properties that will be demoed under the demolition under the unsafe structure project? So for the record, the building department has determined these are all unsafe buildings.
Yes, they are.
Any questions or comments? There be no further questions or comments, I entertain a motion we approve the revised contract between the City of East Chicago and J&M Industrial Services for the demolition of the 25 properties under the request from the Board of Safety demolition of unsafe structures.
So moved.
Second,
Roll call?
Val Gomez,
Yes?
William Allen,
Yes.
Rena Guzman.
yes.
Let me report my name. My name is Michelle Chandler, Office Manager with the Building Department. You're welcome.
Thank you, Michelle. Okay, next we have GE Marshall Incorporated from Engineering.
So this is the hourly crew rate for GE Marshall, who's the contractor that's putting in the new water main on Indianapolis Boulevard. from Columbus Drive to Exchange. And this is basically in case of repair is needed to a service line that is hit that is also unmarked, GE Marshall will be making the repair, and this will be done in a way to not hold up the job that they are currently contracted to do. So the amount for their hourly crew rate is $758.50. Engineering would like to move forward with this price, and this has been vetted by our Army Corps partners who are assisting us with this project.
Okay, any questions or comments?
No.
Any further questions or comments, entertain a motion to approve GE Marshall Incorporated's hourly crew rates with our engineering department for the water service utility service project.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Val Gomez.
Yes.
William Allen.
Yes.
Rena Guzman.
Yes.
Okay, next we have HASI change order number 10 for 149th Street reconstruction, also from engineering.
So at the end of every job, we have a balance and change order. For this project, it came in at a net decrease of $66,688.58. It is the engineering department's recommendation to approve this change order.
Okay, so it's a decrease then.
Yes.
Any questions or comments?
None.
There be no further questions or comments, I entertain a motion to approve the change order, HASI change order number 10 for 149th Street reconstruction in the amount of a decrease of $66,688.58.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Val Gomez.
Yes.
William Allen.
Yes.
Rena Guzman.
Yes.
And next we have Reef Riley change order number 2 for the Walsh Street reconstruction project.
This is a zero net change order. There's no increase or decrease, only the extension of days or time for the job. There were some things that the city wanted to add to this contract, thus more design work needed to be done before the contractor could begin their work. They are requesting 60 days be added to this project. This is for Walsh Avenue being reconstructed. And again, it's a zero net increase to this job. The job will now be completed in November of this year.
And I believe this first group submitted this report and they agree with the findings.
Yes.
Okay, any other questions or comments?
None.
Any no further questions or comments, or entertain a motion to approve Reef Riley change order number 2 for Walsh Street reconstruction for an extension of time.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Val Gomez.
Yes.
William Allen.
Yes.
Rena Guzman.
Yes.
Next we come to right-of-way applications. Board of Public Works permit applications number 19-03184 through 19-03215. Any questions or comments on these permit applications?
None.
No.
There be no further questions or comments, or entertain a motion to approve Board of Public Works permit application 19-03184 through 19-03215.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Val Gomez.
Yes.
William Allen.
Yes.
Rena Guzman.
Yes.
Okay, that concludes new business. We have no old business. I believe there is no other business. Our next regular meeting will be Wednesday, June 12th, 2019 at 4:30 p.m. As that concludes our business for tonight, I entertain a motion for adjournment.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Val Gomez.
Yes.
William Allen.
Yes.
Rena Guzman.
Yes.
He set us up with the Hispanic guy, they're pretty good. But a couple of them blew off.
How's everything? Has nothing to do with what we say. I'm guessing, but I mean, it's just like much ado about nothing. I'm just like, come on.
Couple of, yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, yeah, I couldn't get it. I'm like, stopping short of doing it myself. Right.
I don't know if you guys want to come back another.
Thank you.
Exactly.
I don't know if you want to come back another day to sign them.
Yes, now.
depending on what
How
time
about
we
you?
leave.
Good. Looks like we cleared half the people. Yeah. She has a lot, but it's going good. She's starting to pick up steam, so.
I'll probably get writer's cramp with that last thing. I should have shortened that.
Okay. And then how far are we off on the 902 figuring out the Riley Bank building with the title work we had a lot.
There it is.
There it is.
That's, I got some interest in that one. I'd like to see. Yeah, right. Okay. All right. Hello, sir. How are you? Yep. Okay, if everyone's ready.
Pass that down to him.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, more. Okay. I would like to call to order the City of East Chicago Board of Public Safety regular meeting, May 22nd, 5:30 p.m. We will start by all standing for the Pledge of Allegiance. We will now have the roll call
Milton Reed,
here.
Richard Tremzinski.
Here.
Thomas Davis.
Here.
Before we continue with our agenda, I would like to acknowledge and give our appreciation to our attorney, Chris Cantar, who will be leaving us for better endeavors, and congratulations on your appointment, and thank you for your many years of service to us. You have really done well for the City of East Chicago, and we want you to know for the record that we appreciate that. All right, we'll give you a little round of applause here. All right. And again, congratulations. So
Ms. Cantar is becoming a judge, and she joins the bench on the 3rd of June, so we want to congratulate her.
Yes, definitely. Okay, and so now, is there a motion to approve our regular meeting minutes from May 8th, 2019?
I make the motion. I second it.
It's been moved and probably second. Any questions?
None.
If there are no questions, we'll take a vote. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Okay, there's no correspondence in front of us. We will move on to new business. We have quite a few from the building department, so I will turn this over to Kevin. And,
Good evening, Mr. President and Board. We do have a large list, but I think we can get through it. And Mr. President, would you like us to try to go forward with those people that are here first?
yes, let's
All
do the people that are here first, and then we'll do a summary. It seems like many people have left, so you had some understanding
Yes.
that was in the hallway earlier, so that'd
That's
be
correct.
great.
All right,
Okay.
we'll do that then. The first matter then is 514 West 148th Street. That's the garage only. Ms. Thornberry is here. She can come up if you'd like. Come on up. And she's given us paperwork that it shows that she is not the owner of the property anymore. It's probably just a difference in the title work versus, then versus now. We are not going to give her notice any longer. However, we do have service on the current owner as well, and we would like the board to enter the order as presented once that time comes. But
Okay.
Ms. Thornberry just wanted to be known that she's no longer the owner, and we've noted that.
Thank you for coming. All right.
Thank you. You good? All right. The next matter in which someone's present is 4416 Bering Avenue, front and garage. Is Mr. Vargas still here? No, he is not. Oh, no, he left. He actually has permits and he's working on the property, so on that one, what we're going to do is enter the order and set it for status for June 26th to make sure that continues.
Okay.
The next matter is 4919 Bering Avenue, front and garage. Mr. Gordills is the owner. The photos show a brick two-story residence with a rotting porch and roof. The garage and shed is boarded up with a failing roof and rotting wood. Mr. Gordills has shown me a contract that he has with a company called MJ Remodeling. That is signed as of today, actually. And he doesn't have permits yet, but is looking forward to getting them and working on the property. Our recommendation would be to enter the order and then set it for status for probably the August date of the August 28th to give him some time to work on that property.
Okay.
Unless the board would like to set it for June.
Yeah, I think,
See if,
I'm not,
May 30.
I think that if we can at least hear that permits were pulled and things like that, maybe the progress. So these are representatives of the building department. Make sure that if you have any questions, you can ask Michelle or Keith or Mr. Jackson as to what you need to do. But I think we need to see permits or something that the contractor be engaged, and I don't want to wait until August to determine that.
So because the order will be entered, he'll have to schedule an inspection. We'll have to do a rehab agreement too, just
Okay, before you even get to that point.
Exactly.
Right, so I
yeah,
think,
let's do June then.
yeah, let's do June.
Okay, so June 26th, you'll get a letter. Make sure you schedule an appointment with the building department so you can get an inspection, then we can go ahead and enter the rehab agreement, okay?
Okay, but in the meantime, he still can go for that permit?
They might require an inspection first, or a rehab
Yeah,
agreement.
I tell you what, the best thing to do is, and I'm not saying you have to wait to do work. If you want to start work right away, talk to Michelle and Keith and go get to their office, get their number, and they'll tell you exactly what to do. Because again, if you want to just start work or something that's going to be on the agreement anyway, it won't even have to go on the agreement. It can be, maybe it's done by then, I don't know.
Well, the contractor told me he's gonna get the permit next week. That's what
Okay.
I asked.
Well, we don't want to stop any work. Is that a fair?
If the contractor comes in to pull a permit, he's licensed in our city, I'll approve it.
Great.
Okay.
So
So
we'll
yes,
request the order.
feel
be
free to
entered.
get started on the work.
Okay,
All right, thank you, sir.
thank you.
All right.
So, that's all for me?
Yes, that's all for you.
But
You'll
again,
get a letter.
but I just want to let you know, you may still get a letter to make sure that everything that the building department has on their list is being done. So,
So all they asked for this right here for the contractors.
Okay,
He will
all
work
right.
on it.
Okay. So
Okay.
We'll work on a potential, Chris will note that we may need a rehab agreement on that one, okay?
okay, thank you.
Okay, thanks, sir.
Thank you, sir. You're good, you can leave, yeah.
Thank you.
The next matter is 1117 Beacon Street in the front. I did speak with Mr. Molina, who was here earlier. The property is in the midst of being transferred to Mr. Herrera, who is a known rehab person in the city, and he's going to call for an inspection, and hopefully we'll have a rehab agreement entered on or before June 26th. So we'd request the order be entered and it be continued to June 26th for status. Next matter with someone here present is 5010 Indianapolis Boulevard, Mr. Gomez. Come on up, sir. I've explained it. He wants to go ahead and start the repairs. It's a garage only, and in those instances, we usually do not require a rehab agreement. We just allow them to, so the conditions are a little worse. It has a rotting roof and debris and overgrowth, although Mr. Gomez is prepared to begin repairs on those. So I've told him we're going to enter the order and set it over for June 26th to see if, in fact, he's moving forward with those repairs. Mr. Gomez, you understand that?
Yes, I do.
Okay, you agree with that?
Yes, as soon as I get the permits, I mean, I came to get the permits to start, but
We had to come
they
here first.
had to come here first.
Okay, well, again, if you have any questions, the building department, our representatives, they can help you out with whatever you need to get started.
All right. So we'll have a look and see what it looks like on June 26th.
Okay, thanks
All
for
right,
coming.
Thank you, Mr.
All
Gomez.
right.
Thank you. Next matter is 4825 Ivy Street. The owners are, it's an estate, the heirs of Corrali. Mr. Jewel Harris called today. He's got another matter in another city that he has this evening and asked for a continuance to June 26th. We've agreed to that. He also has a call in to Mr. Portalatin regarding a potential transfer to the city of this property.
And what address was
I'm
that?
sorry, Mr. President, 4825 Ivy.
Okay.
So on that matter, we are going to agree to a continuance because an attorney did enter his appearance, and as you know, the statute basically allows for one continuance if an attorney requested. So
Okay.
it'll be continued to June 26th, but we believe by that time we may have a resolution and potential transfer to the city of the property.
Okay.
The next matter is 4121 Magoon. The owner's listed as Sanchez. I believe his grandson is here. Is anybody here from Magoon? Okay, well, in that case, on 4121 Magoon Garage, Just for the record, the photos show a frame garage with a rotting roof, junk car with Illinois plates, and rotting wood. The grandson was here. He did not have permits and said he was working on the property, so we would like the order to be entered as presented. 4128 Magoon Garage, Mr. Maldonado also was here but left. The owner was here. He said he was working on it. However, the photos show a frame garage with a rotting roof and graffiti on the garage doors. We would request the order be entered as presented. We do have good service. Mr. Maldonado was here but is not here now. 4211 Magoon Garage, the Montoyas were here. Both Mrs. Montoya and her two daughters were here. The photos show a brick garage with a rotting roof and graffiti on the side. Windows are boarded up. They've indicated that they do want to repair it, and I let them know that we would enter the order and that they would have to show progress by June 26th. So they're aware of that, and we will send them a letter. 4828 Magoon Avenue, front. The owner is listed as Benchmark Enterprises. I believe Mr. Markovich was here. And they are starting the roof. The photos show a frame house with a rotting roof and boarded up windows. However, they are working on it. So we request to enter the order, as we always do, and then just check it for status. The building department will check it for status by then. And that'll be June 26th. Next matter where there is someone present today, Mr. President, I believe, is 3810 Drummond. 3810 Drummond? Oh, he left. Mr. Perez, was it Mr. Perez or Patino? Mr. Perez was here.
He was here.
Yes, he was. He was having a discussion regarding what we were going to do on the property. Mr. Portalatina and the building department have reported that no substantial work has been completed on the property. So if the building department's request is to bid it out, that's...
Yeah, we've already entered the order.
Yeah, the order's already been entered.
The demolition order was entered May of last year, so we've had a year, and there's been no progress.
Okay.
Our request on this one then would be therefore then to bid out the work.
Okay. Okay, sure. Okay.
What's the address, sir? 45 what? 4503. 4503 Euclid? Come on up.
That's two.
3605 Euclid. Front and garage, Mr. White is listed as the owner. You're Mr. White?
Yes, sir.
All right, the photos show a multifamily stucco dwelling with an overgrown lot, missing stucco, a boat in the backyard, bricks starting to separate, doors and windows are boarded up, and there's debris in the yard. The garage is a small brick structure that is also boarded up. Mr. White, the city's position is they'd like to enter an order of demolition. You can go ahead and present any evidence you'd like to the board.
I'd like to get we'll talk to the supervisor, whoever, about doing a rehab agreement.
Okay, is this the condition of the property?
Yes.
Okay, you don't reside there, do you?
No,
How long have you owned the property?
about 10 years.
And did you receive notice of today's hearing?
Yes.
Okay. When's the last time anyone lived there?
They never did. When I bought it, they never did.
It was vacant. It's been vacant for 10 years?
Right.
Okay.
The inside is not, these people haven't been there, but the guys before you guys, when I first bought it, it was already, the inside was just a storage, it's just a frame.
Like a shell?
Yeah, and so I just used it for storage because I bought it for storage, and the inspector, matter of fact, this guy here,
James?
yeah,
Portalatin?
yes, yeah. So they came in and did it, inspection there, because I told them I was using it for storage. Right now, it's like, I use my equipment in there for my restaurants.
Okay.
But I have no problem repairing the stuff that's on there.
And what's your address, sir?
16442 Wood Street. Well, you can keep the P.O. Box 213 to keep the mail going there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that address works for you, P.O. Box?
P.O. Box 213, yes, sir.
We have that one.
Okay.
So, Mr. President, the city's position would be to enter the order And, obviously, it's up to Mr. White then to get an inspection and get a rehab agreement.
Okay.
Okay, so
Yes, sir.
make an appointment with Mr. Portalatin
Okay, no
and
problem.
get an inspection, and we'll set it over for status.
Okay,
All right, for June 26th.
all right, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Any other properties? 4862 Barron. Haven't seen you in a while.
That's a good thing.
Yeah. 4862 Bering, rear. The owner is listed as Innovative Properties LTD. And go ahead and identify yourself for the record.
George Holmes.
Yeah, Mr. Holmes is George Holmes?
George Holmes.
H-O-L-M-E-S. You're the president, sir, of Innovative Properties?
Yeah.
All right. The rear garage structure has a rotting roof, boarded over bay doors, and it's missing the siding and separated bricks.
Okay.
We can show you pictures if you'd
Okay.
like. This is just for the rear structure on this property.
Right, okay. That's what I was wondering.
Yeah, just the
Very
rear.
good.
This is the condition?
No, right now, I tore the roof off and put ice and water shield over it. It's not shingled. And I worked on about half of the soffit and fascia.
Okay, so, Mr. Holmes, so, as you know, the city's position is usually to enter the order, but if you're working on it and there's progress, then, they'll do another inspection. And, do you have permit, Michelle, do you have a?
No.
Okay, so you have to pull permits.
Yeah, I didn't put the shingles on. I just tore the old ones off.
Okay, so that's
and-
gonna require permits too.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I got some problem with the department with that.
So maybe you can leave your name and number with Michelle, and she'll be able to get a hold of you. And is that best, Michelle? Is that the best thing to do, is have him?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so we're going to enter the order, and obviously we'll set it for status for June, and hopefully by that time we'll have permits pulled, and Mr. Holmes can, I'm sure he'll get it fixed up.
Okay.
All right? Thank you, Mr. Holmes. And that was for, I already forgot the address. Oh, 4862 Bering. Okay, any other addresses? Anybody else here on the property? All right. Mr. Arafat? You're good? All right. Mr. Arafat's good. All right. Yep. Okay, that's everybody here that is here, Mr. President. Therefore, I'll go over the ones that are not here, and we'll request a default entry. We do have service on all persons.
Okay.
And, I'll go through those. 4324 Bering Avenue, front and garage. Oh, that's the one then, 4324 Bering?
Yeah, skip it. It's supposed to be 4329.
Okay, so we're going to,
They put it wrong in the machine.
we're going to vacate our request on 4324 Bering due to some service issues.
Okay.
And we're probably going to set that one for June. We're probably just going to do it all over. So there won't be any entry by the board tonight for 4324 Bering. It was a wrong address.
Okay.
So that's going to be changed. Okay, 4722 Bering, front and garage, owner listed as Martinez. 4731 Bering Avenue, front, the owner listed as Serrano. Of course, for all these properties, the board has been made aware of the photographs and the building department's worksheet, which shows the condition of the property, all of which makes these unsafe buildings under the Unsafe Building Act. Moving on, 3927 Butternut Street Garage, the owner is listed as MAS Real Estate Investments LLC. 3845 Cary Street, front and garage, the owner is listed as Herrera. 4849 Cary Street, garage only, the owner is listed as Ortiz. 3815 Elm Street, front and garage, the owner is listed as Aranda. 3745 Euclid Avenue, front, the owner is listed as Santiago. 3441 First Street, front and garage, the owner is listed as Sloan Development Company. 3912 Grace Street, front, the owner is listed as Macedonio Parker. 4212 Indianapolis Boulevard, garage only, Random Property Acquisition Corp. 3, it's garage only. And then 4126 Magoon Avenue Garage, the owner is listed as Martinez. Mr. Martinez actually called me today and asked to fix up the garage. I informed him he needed to call James and that we couldn't agree to continue the hearing. So I let him know that we would be entering the order today. 3715 Michigan Avenue Front is the next property. The owner's listed as Steel Fabrication and Welding, Inc.
If I may on that, Richard Morris, Assistant City Attorney, they recently received a special variation to have a welding shop, both from the BZA and from the Common Council, and that was done within the last 2 months.
How come they didn't show up today then?
I just want to point that out, because I think it's important. I mean, there was a lot of time and effort went into that.
Their doors are still boarded up.
Yeah, they had a variance, that's good, but hopefully they'll be repairing it.
I assume so, and at least want to point that out for the building department, that they be aware that, are you aware that they've been doing that with the Plan Commission and with the Common Council? Well, be sure to note that and to check with Marina Solorio and some, I'm not making a plea for them to stay, but it seems they're doing something. It's just that they're not connecting with the building department as yet.
Yep, so hopefully if they've got a variance, they plan on doing something with the building, but in its current condition, they're not going to be able to do anything until they repair it. So I'm assuming that's what our inspector is going to tell us. There you go.
I'm aware of that.
All right, hopefully someone will be getting a hold of them. Okay. And that's all of the new demolition requests, so we can, if it's the board's pleasure, they can take a motion on request to enter the order on all those listed. As presented, we do have good service, then we can move on to the statuses.
The chair will entertain the motion to accept the recommendation from the building department for the new demolition orders.
I so move. I second.
It's been moved and probably second. Are there any questions? Any questions? If there are no questions, we'll take a vote. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
All right, on to the statuses then, if that's all right with the board, statuses. 518 148th Street, great news. The exterior work has been completed, the interior work is completed, and it's okay to remove from the list. We are going to prepare an order to rescind the order for demolition on that property, and the board has that. 3813 Alder Street, also good news. The work has been substantially completed, and the building commissioner has approved it, that it is acceptable to be removed from the demolition list, and the order to rescind is before the board today. So also great work. 4513 Bearing, the exterior work has been completed. It is also approved by the building commissioner to be removed from the list. The demolition order was never entered, so there's no need to enter an order to rescind. This will simply be removed from the list by the building department. No action by the board is required. 3917 Cary. Work has also been substantially completed, and it's been approved to be removed from the list. The order to rescind is before the board. 617 West Chicago Avenue. This demolition was order was entered in July of 17. Work is in progress. Interior drywall has been installed. The roof has been repaired, and facade improvements have begun. The building commissioner is requesting a continuance until August 28th for status. 3912 Deodore Street. This has been, Mr. Arafat is the new owner, and work is in progress, and it's going to be continued to August 28th of 2019. Mr. Arafat's here present, so that is also good news on that property. 3810 Drummond Street, we mentioned this during my preview, because I believe I thought Mr. Perez was here. He was here. Unfortunately for this one, we are requesting that this be bid out, because there hasn't been any progress. We showed you the photos on this, Mr. President, earlier. So this one, we're going to request that it be bid out. 4005 Drummond Street. This roof repairs were made, however, no recent work has been performed or inspected. The demolition order has already been entered, and the request is to allow this to be bid for demolition.
Okay, and so you said there was some work done?
Roof repairs a while ago.
Not a new roof, just roof repairs. A new roof? Is it still a demo, though? Would you still, if we enter the demolition order, is it
already been entered?
Well, I'm saying that we're going to bid it out. is.
Doesn't mean it's going to get knocked down yet.
Okay. Well, again, so, and I just want to make sure there's some discussion, there's this new roof on it, so.
I just go by the notes that the building department gives me, so.
Okay, so we'll have the table, well, we can proceed with putting it out to bid, but,
We want to move it and also set it for status, perhaps?
yes,
All right, so June or August?
June.
So we'll go ahead and, the request of the building department is to bid it out for demolition. However, we will also set it for status for June 26th.
And all these statuses, we do send letters out, so.
Yep, so they get notices, so we'll mention that to them in that notice.
Okay.
4128 Euclid Avenue, work is in progress. Oh, I actually talked to Attorney Estrada. This is Attorney Estrada's parents, and they are working on it, and Mr. Estrada says they're working on it, continue to working on it hard, so it sounds like the building department is in agreement, and that would be continued until August 28th for status. 3830 Main Street, you may recall the Asimovich, it's the Dragomir Asimovich Trust, one of the kids was here, the bar, yep. No work's been completed, facade application's not been submitted, as they said they were going to do. Demolition order's already been entered, so we're requesting that it be bid out for demolition. And that, I believe, Mr. President, concludes our long list.
Okay, okay, thank you. So we don't have to, this doesn't call for a motion, this already is.
Maybe just a motion on the ones that are going to bid. We'd like request that it go to bid, those two or three that we had.
Okay, so, we will entertain a recommendation to accept the recommendation from the building department.
I'll make a motion. Second.
It's been moved and probably second. Any questions?
None.
Any questions? Okay, we'll take a vote. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Oppose? Okay, motion carries. All right. All right, thank you. All right, see ya. There is no old business in front of us. Any audience participation?
I know my way.
Nothing? Okay, our next meeting will be Wednesday, June 12th, 2019 at 5:30 p.m. If there's nothing else, we'll take a meeting, and we want to thank everyone for filling in as well while James is out. We'll take a motion to adjourn.
Make the motion.
It's moved. Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Oppose? Motion carries. All right, meeting is adjourned. Thank you.